वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश धारणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So I seeking the blessing of all the Vaishnavas here because 7:30 while chanting at this place, I got this shock that Shyam Kishore Prabhu is not giving Bhagavatam today. And hopefully, if someday I will get pot washing service, somebody give me and I will immediately ready. That will be test for my life, you know. It is not only for Bhagavatam we are ready. And some menial service come, we said, no, I don't have a time. I have some company job. So hopefully I always serve, honestly, not making a show of devotion, Video. Okay. So that's what I don't want to show myself, what I'm going to talk. So my video is off. Yes. So similar kind of shloka comes when Parikshit Maharaj, you know, there's the first interaction with the bull, Dharma, and Dhatri, mother. So that bull says, Dharma said, I am confused, I don't know whether the cause of suffering and dualities of this all material world, like, heat and cold, happiness and, sadness, honor and dishonor, all kind of these dualities come in the material world. Who is the real cause? Is this mind? Is this karma? Is this kala? Is this devata? So many things, And even one more shloka come by Prachetas, they also says, what is the real cause of this confusion in this material world? Who is the cause? Is that karma, kala? And so many reasons are put forth like this. Today we are seeing in our discussion, Prabhupada in the first paragraph is telling that whenever such suffering comes, people give different reason. But this bull nicely concluded, with Parikshit Maharaj discussion, the Dharma said, because we have 5 times of Gyanendriyas and 5 times of type of working senses, these senses are limited actually. Because we cannot perceive the things, senses are so imperfect that we go to the illusion, we commit a mistake, and to hide the mistake, we cheat in this world. And it is happening in scientific world. Also, many people, in one time they thought that in Europe, the bubonic plague was due to cat, and they kill all the cat in the countries. And now there was no, because they come to know after some days that it is not a cat, but it is a rat is the cause of this. And they have no sufficient cat to control all the rat. And they were miserable actually. So in scientific community also people make a mistake by their speculation, and also in a devotional community, some fruity workers and different kind of people, they don't come to the conclusion that is what is the root cause. Even the incident happened 2 weeks ago or just 1 week when that flight was just taking off, and immediately 242 people unfortunately, and then at the ground so many people from medical university, they died, So people were speculating with so many videos. Our devotees, we should not visit to such a site or video just to find out that thing, and we will enjoy sometimes such a day. People like that adventure, plane is taking and immediately bomb blast. Some devotees were showing me so many videos. I said, it is not for our enjoyment, these videos. We should put ourselves, into the shoes of those people. It is like so many Jews killed by the Hitler in that, complete chamber, gaseous chamber, where they have no choice actually. And they just died there just within a few seconds. So many people give many reasons. This is the Kala problem. One astrologer says that entire world till September is in the Kala Sarpa. ISKCON astrologer said. Actually, so many incidences happening throughout the world. Kala Sarpa. But devotee what they discuss? Okay, we already know that this material world is suffering. So we know that we have to take shelter of Krishna all the time. So this bull says, you know, all this is beyond our perception. We cannot acquire full knowledge by our working senses or knowledge acquiring senses. So that is Lord Adokshaja, and he is the person having, orchestrating all this show in this material world and in the spiritual world. And we can discuss this in Bhagavatam class. But in Sunday feast class where normal public is there, if we say this Krishna is the cause of everything, what will happen? Immediately they will start, questioning us. So this is, you all knows, you can digest this thing, that ultimately Krishna is the cause. We don't see that so many cows are butchered, so many hens, cows, other animals they are killing, but we don't pay attention to their death. And sometimes we pay attention to the death of human being. Of course, human being is for higher nature to understand who is the God, what is my relationship, sambandha, abhidheya, and prayojana. To understand that is there, but we don't go into that kind of agony or suffering when we say all these people are dying. In Chicago, one lady's dog was missing throughout the day. She could not find that dog. And finally, she was very influential lady. The news went to the news channels, and that in 1960-70. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was telling this story. So what happened, in the 2 days after she come to know, somebody tie that dog in her courtyard, we can say in America, I don't know what is the word. And, it was a tied. And this lady sued her. Why you tied? Actually, that lady was trying to protect the dog, another lady. Then the news reporter in the same week asked her on the weekend, so, Nancy, you have too much love for the animals, right? She said, yes. How much I cried for my dog. You don't know? Entire world was watching. She was very, proud. So that man asked her, so what did you have in your breakfast today? She said she just contemplated and she come to know hamburger. And the man started analyzing the content, each and every ingredient in it. And he revealed that it is made out of beef. And you have love for the dog, but don't have love for the cows, and you're ignoring this thing. So this is not work actually. That is not actual love. It is a show of love in this world people have. One side they are eating, and one side they are showing that, there is a dating of dogs, I heard nowadays. One day Rajesh Amro showed one video. There is a school of dogs, that all one lady collect all the dogs at the 6:30 in the morning, and all the dogs has their own seat to sit. And in the, there is one outings of the dog where they go, and what happen is there is one swimming pool where all the dogs come and they have their own fun. And there is a dating of the dog, my God. So such kind of things are happening, doing, giving pleasure to the dogs and this animal, and one side killing the animal. What kind of justice it is? But people don't understand this. So our major discussion is not that. Our major discussion is different philosophies and their attribute to understand what is the root cause. You know, the Mimamsakas people, they says karma is the root cause of everything. Every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And Prabhupada timely write in the purport, some devotee asked, Prabhupada, I got the cut to my hand. And Prabhupada immediately said, you could have died under the truck, but some or other God saved you just cutting your finger. This is what happened when we take shelter of Krishna. You have to say thank you to the God in all circumstances. So Mimamsakas always tell that root cause is karma. And in the same shloka we are reading today, and the Lokayatas, who are influenced by Charvak philosophies, they say the root cause is Swabhava, our nature, which is influenced by three modes of material nature. And Swabhava has combination of many things, many personalities. Somebody has logical brain, somebody has poetic brain. There are different types of things are described at different time. Swabhava, and our Swabhava get created on the basis of that. And then come the theories based upon Purana called Vaivaharikas. They say Kala, this Kala was a bad. That Kala was so bad, why you started. Sometime back there is an exchange of letter between Prabhupada and all the disciples about, is that Prabhupada, we have to start our journey at particular time, and it causes the accident. So Prabhupada clearly wrote, one should take care of himself. The accidental death is not natural, Prabhupada said in that letter. One has to be very cautious, no problem, and use his common sense, because our entire movement is based upon the intelligence. They said that Krishna Varanam Atvasha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yagge Sankirtana Praye Yajanti hi Sumedasam. What is Sumedasam? Intelligent people will worship Lord. So intelligence has many things. If you expand this word intelligence, so devotee has to use their common sense. Prabhupada wrote, It is like underline, bold, and italic. He said you have to use common sense while going out and don't cause unnecessary this accident and all. We have to take care of ourselves. So it is not so swabhavik or so natural. We have to take care. Of course, it is beyond the senses is adokshaja, and it is in the hand of adokshaja finally. But we have to take care actually, whatever minimum thing, whatever is in our hand. So this is about Kala, the Vaivarikas bringing this knowledge from Puranas. And the astrologers, they said what? What is the cause of all this suffering or dualities in the world? Anyone? Astrologers, they say Daivam, Daivam is the cause. In Bhagavad Gita, there are five success factor: Kala, Karma, Karta, Adhisthana, the place where you perform the thing. And people know only four, but they neglect which one? Daivam. They neglect that, Lord is cause of everything. And this is the Radharaman Prabhu, our, very scholarly devotee in our movement, and to his mother, Arundhati Mataji, both of these sons, they used to come to Pune, and mother and son was giving seminar to us. It was so wonderful. And he was very young that time. So that time he gave the seminar on, five factors of success. When people neglect the one factor all the time and they only, jump from one to others, all this karma, karta, adhishtan, the place. So, and then come Vatsyayana philosophy. So Vatsayanas, they said that kama, all kind of desires are the cause of suffering. So we have to, as a devotee, we have to only remember one thing: not a blade of grass can move without the sanction of the God. In Nivrindavan, once we were discussing one story. One day there is a battle between demigods and demon, and obviously the Vishnu came and he supported demigod in such a way, because they were working for dharma, all demigods. And in that, all demigods won. And Vishnu is at the background. He was not at the front end, but he helped like anything. Vishnu is always at the background. If you see, he become Ajita and he become a Kurma. He become a Mohini Murti, and also in that, which Lila? Samudra Manthan Lila, or churning of the ocean. And he came as a Dhanvantari with that rod and that pot in the hand. So all kind of role Vishnu is playing. Look like these are background role, but these are the role due to the devatas winning this battle against the demigod. And here also in this episode, all the devatas won the battle. And every devata was telling his wife, do you know, today's battle due to me, all these other 32,000 or whatever remaining devatas could win. He said 33 crore. So I was to match, 33 crore minus one. These people are not cause. I am the cause. Everybody, Varuna, Vayu, Chandra, Surya, everybody started telling their wives, I am the cause. इस बार party तो बनता है. I am the cause. So everybody started pampering their wives, saying that I am the cause of this. And Krishna came in Swargaloka, Vishnu. And what he did, he took one blade of grass in the hand like this, and he called Varuna, can you come? And just blow this grass, a blade of grass. And it was happening in the public where all the devatas gathered at some place, and Lord Vishnu was showing. And Varuna came, Chandra came. Now, Varuna is Vayu is the Vayu Dev who could cause Katrina, who could cause all kind of disaster in this world. And he could not move that grass. He could not blow the grass. And Indra was coming from the corner, and Mother Parvati was coming from this corner. So Mother Parvati, they were just, exchanging. Indra, like a Mother Parvati, for all of us. So he was telling, Mother Parvati said, don't come, Indra, don't come. Go back, go back. Krishna is giving left and right to all devatas today. This is not a good time. Go back, go back. And you are the king of entire this thing. In the publicly, you will be like gone. Publicly, Krishna is taking left and right, giving left and right to everyone. And none of them could blow the grass, and Krishna blew it very swiftly. So this is the first time in English dictionary or English proverb came. What is that? Not a blade of grass can move without sanction of God. So we are in somewhere in the middle on 4, 11, 22 shlokas. But if you establish the history behind it, why we come to the conclusion, The Swayambhu Manu is a pacifying, becoming a leader, and leader always having some kind of, compassion to the people under them. Like Parikshit Maharaj is a kind of leader. When he was asking question, our Shukdev Goswami is glorifying the question, and he's saying that your question to are beneficial to humanity. The second thing, they are approved by many people. It is not only beneficial, but they are already approved. And third thing is that because they are direct discussion about the supreme personality of Godhead, I am very much pleased to answer your questions. And then Shukdev Goswami started answering the question. So here Swayambhu Manu becoming a leader of Dhruva. He is also having general concern. This Dhruva got direct transaction with the Lord when he was a small boy, and he narrated so many prayers of, they say Gunanuvada Shravanam Murare. That means when we do the glorification of the God, and we do Shravanam and Kirtanam of the glorification of the God, His Nama, and His about all kind of paraphernalia of the Lord we glorify, and all kind of Leelas of the Lord when we glorify, what happen is, you know, immediately all kind of miserable condition, we get rid of it. I have that shloka somewhere right now. It is wonderful shloka. Yeah. It is said that, yeah, everybody please. Ashesha Sanklesha Shamam Vidhatte. Ashesham is unlimited. Sanklesham is all kind of klesha. Shamam, gone, immediately gone. Vidhatte. Gunanuvada Shravanam Murare. When we do Shravana or Kirtana of Gunanuvada, and Prabhupada, when he write what is Gunanuvada, he gave 4 to 5 items. He said Gunanuvada is the chanting about God, it is paraphernalia, it is of the God, all kind of, entourage, pastime, quality, all kind of things about the God. And then he said, Kimva punastascha charanarvindam पराग सेवा रतिरात्मलब्धा. He said, if just by chanting and narrating or hearing the glories of the God, we get that much, all sanklesha, all kind of miseries are instantly gone, then what to speak of those people who has, what to speak of those people who have attained the attraction for serving the flavor of the dust at the lotus feet of the Lord. What to speak of those people. So that is the glory of these people. And Swayambhu Manu saying, you got that dust of the lotus feet of the God, and why you are unnecessarily causing violence to all kind of yakshas. Stop it. You can kill someone. Nowadays also you are seeing, people are fighting, but they are not coming on Kurukshetra to fight. But, the normal public getting suffered actually because they bombed any normal area. Shastra said 5 kind of people always should be protected. What are those? Children, women, brahmana, cows, and old people. They should not be affected by any war if any war is happening. And war should happen in such an area where there should not be any violence to these 5 kind of people. They should be protected. Otherwise, due to that war, Prabhupada right, so many other anarthas will come. I was reading in Purport day before yesterday. Prabhupada is saying, when Vidura, he was going to the kingdom, I mean, he decided that I have to come out actually, and I have to do pilgrimage. So Prabhupada right there. Krishna was there on the planet, and Vidura could directly meet to Krishna. Why he directly did not meet to Krishna? Because Vidura was knowing I was always under the condition of diplomacy, and my consciousness is contaminated by this diplomacy. So I cannot direct associate with Krishna. Prabhupada right. Vidura understood. His words are Vaidurikam, Prabhupada says. Vaidurikam means he, as a who is that politician? Famous politician, Prabhupada always mention, Chanakya Pandit, As Chanakya Pandit is a politician, the Vaidurikiyam was very famous that time. The Vakya of Vidura, and Vidura was a pure devotee of the god. But here he considered himself, it is just, I am just contaminated, I am not qualified. And Vaidurikam. In the same paragraph, Prabhupada write, down if you come, this is in the third canto, beginning chapters. Prabhupada is saying, we should understand the Maryada Vetikraman. Vidura is meeting whom? uh, 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 Krishna's friend, famous friend. Who is that? Uddhava. And Uddhava is not instructing Vidura directly. He said, I am not qualified. And Vidura is highest at the age. Sometime what happened? We have given 2 years, so we should hear more. But sometime out of our nuisance or neophyteness, we want to talk more and more. Of course, we have open forum, we have to talk, bring our perspective, no doubt. But one day I remember, I went to one college and Vrindavan Prabhu was given class. And I was complete. Don't want to attend that class first of all. But somebody told, from New Vrindavan, America, West Virginia, somebody is coming, giving class on Gita. So all the people pushed me and I was in front in the class. And what happened? 2 days back only, I attended one small Gita course by another Vrindavan Ananda Prabhu, and who is preached by this Vrindavan Prabhu. So Vrindavan Ananda Prabhu is very scientific in his exploration, and left and right. If you ask any questions and which is not according to Prabhupada philosophy, he take left and right. And I observed this thing. But it is Prabhuji come Vrindavan Prabhu, and he was simply narrating some of the things related to body and soul. And at the end, Vrindavan Prabhu asked this Prabhu, do you want to add something? So I was thinking, if Vrindavan Ananda Prabhu will speak about this thing, he will bring very punching point. He was very humble. He said, no, Prabhu, please proceed. In the college. And he was a college preacher. That time his Gita, 7 days Gita course was famous throughout Maharashtra. Many people joined ISKCON and all these things are happening. But he said, no, no, no. I understood. This was the thing. I was not attracted by philosophy. In the college, mid of the college, in the university, when I saw this transcendental exchange between these two Prabhus, my God, I was so melted. He could have speak a lot, but he did not speak a word, actually. So, and this is what happened when Uddhava meeting Vidura. He diverted, I mean, not diverted, but he requested Vidura to meet to Maitreya, because Maitreya and me directly got interaction from Lord. And we directly heard from the Lord. So either you are hearing from me or you are hearing from Maitreya, it is one and the same. So directly, whom you meet? Maitreya Muni, and there what is Vidura met the Maitreya Muni. So why I came to this topic? Because I was telling you, this is the how the Dhruvas, cultivation by, reminding Dhruva about his attraction towards God, which has deviated from some time. And is which Manu? Uh, which Manu? Swayambhu Manu is become a leader. Like the Jambavan become a leader when Hanuman completely forgot that he has so many power from his birth. But he was, just measuring that can I cross this 800 miles yojanas and go to the Lanka? He was just measuring and he forgot his own power. But one leader is required to awake us, one leader is required. So that leader is our spiritual master, the devotee around us, the books of Prabhupada, like Bruhat, Mridanga, they are required all the time to us to remind our constitutional position and to remind the purpose of our life. So that's what Swayambhu Manu. And Swayambhu Manu gave so many reasons why we should not fight and why we should not kill. He uh, he was telling him that already you have got interaction with the Lord, darshan of the Lord. Don't behave like an immature person. Your path is cleared. Go back to Godhead. Why you are creating the unnecessary thing, actually? So certain time, let go things are important in our life. Certain things that are beyond our control. Even IT industry also nowadays people are speaking. See, these certain issues, if we don't solve now, so it will never affect our normal routine work. Just let go this thing, park those things and escalate this thing for other group, and you just keep forward with your project. Then why not in our spiritual circle? Certain things are beyond our control. Adokshaja, the Lord is beyond our perception, beyond the comprehension. He is handling the show. So why to, contemplate on those things and we will not get forward? I will give you a small example. You know, one Prabhuji was there and he was giving some exam, Bhakti Vaibhav exam. And Bhakti Vaibhav is done. And he was studying and he found, my God, I cannot take these shlokas. He was talking to me recently. I cannot take this shloka, six shloka per unit. I cannot by heart this shloka and write the exam. And then what he decided, out of six shloka, if I do three, then at least smoothly every week I can do something and show progress to Gaurang Darshan Prabhu and make my authority happy. And that's what he did. Certain things just bypass, they are beyond our control. We cannot take it. Certain shlokas also. And in spiritual, what to speak of shlokas? It is just memorization. Certain thing in our spiritual life, certain devotees, they behave in such a way with us. We have to immediately think that if, after telling by our authority, they are not listening. After people around us, they are not listening. After the incidences around us, they are not taking sufficient lesson. We have to understand this particular devotee is there in our community so that I will be sufficiently purified. Some connection is there with me in my past life, so that I will be purified. I don't know any reason, you know, I don't know Kala, Karma, Swabhava, or all these reason. I know that Krishna has put him in circum situation. Prabhupada is also writing to Hari Shauri Prabhu, I think. He wrote that certain devotee is not behaving properly. I am trying to convince him, but nothing is happening, Prabhupada. Prabhupada immediately wrote, certain kind of devotee, they are put into our circle so that we will be purified. So don't think much, carry on the show. Prabhupada says, like carry on the show of this Krishna consciousness. Don't worry, we cannot control actually. If we try to control, then we are trying to take position of God. Nothing can happen without position. Without sanction of God. So with this small story, I will just end this discussion. One day what happened is, I don't know what is the reference of this story, but I will try to find out. So one friend told another friend, without sanction of God, nothing happen. Even grass cannot move. He said it is theoretical. It will not work like that. If I desire to have a laptop, I can purchase where God is in picture. If I desire to buy something from my home, I can purchase where God is in picture. If I desire to go to the holy places like, Hollywood or Disneyland or all kind of these places, where God will come in picture. If I desire, I will land there, where God in come picture. So there is an argument between these two friends. So the friend said that if tomorrow, if you think God desire and it thing happen, tomorrow I don't want to eat sweet at all. I am deciding, I will not touch, I will ever not look at the sugar and look at the sweet. Let us see how God come and, push me to eat the sweet. So this man, early in the morning before Mangal Arati, of course he was not attending Mangal Arati, he went and climbed on the tree. Up, he climbed on the tree. And, so that throughout the day I will be on the tree. And they had some, they said that if I win this, I will get 5,000, gold coins, something like that. And he was up on the tree, and he was waiting, when sunset will happen. But in the noon time, below the tree, the four dacoits came, and they loot the bank. And what they were doing, they were just taking something and they were fighting with each other. And honesty among the thieves, they were thinking, you will take this thing, I will take rings, I will take bracelet, all these things was happening. But they said, let us go and take some bath and let us cook some sweet rice today, at the down bottom. And we will eat and then we will divide it because brain is not working now. Brain is completely gone now. So they thought, at least we come on Annamaya Kosha, you know. So let us see how the things will happen. And what happened, after some time, they were cooking and everybody thought, let us go and do some swimming in the water so that we'll get some hunger layers and we can, satisfy our starvation nicely, hunger. And everybody went. And when everybody went, This man was hearing their conversation and he was sweating. My God, where I am, if they look up, they will kill me. And he came down, down, down. And when he came down, they caught him. They said, you heard our conversation. You know that we have a lot of property, lot of wealth. And I think you might have administered poison in this kheer or in this, payasam so that we will eat and we will die. He said, no, 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 no. No. If not, prove us that you have not administered poison. And they took that and they fed him. And the person was telling what? Nothing will happen without sanction of the God. You know. So he was trying to prove. So uh, there is another beautiful shloka which talk about that though the bad thing happen in front of the Lord, but they are good for those people. The resultant reaction of some of the people, they're dying into such a, mass accident actually. We don't have to think much whether God in picture, that Maithili's Bhagavad Gita, she got protected. She was dancing in ISKCON temple, one of the air hostess. She was coming to ISKCON temple having Kanti Mala, and her father and her Mamaji, they revealed the truth that she was carrying that Gita and which was got protected. Suppose something has happened to that Gita. So as a devotee, we should not speculate this thing. Whatever happened, good, yes. So somebody thought that no, some book distributor kept the Gita there in order to prove that, how ISKCON Gita's work and all these things. So many things actually. So devotee doesn't go to such a discussion when these things happen. Everything happened by the sanction of the God. That is devotee discussion. So there is one more shloka. It talk about how the Krishna is so merciful. Just repeat after me. Tatheva channe naraloka veera yahave Krishna mukharavindam naitre pibanti nayanabhiramam parthastaputa padamapurasya. There are so many soldiers were dying at the Kurukshetra and by arrows of Arjuna. But, one may think Krishna orchestrated and killed 84 crores of people. Krishna was the cause. But yes, he's the cause. But see the beauty of this incident. They were dying, but Naitre Pibanti Nayanabhi Rama. In front of them, there was a father of religion, Krishna, and they were just, taking that honey, from their eyes. They were taking that honey, absorbing that honey of the beauty of Krishna's lotus feet. Parthasya Puta Padmapurasya. Though were dying by the arrow. And what is their destination? Tatheva Channe Naraloka Veera. Their destination was they got the abode of Krishna. And the shloka is telling they got the abode of Krishna. One devotee with our Pune president, I think Pranav Mukherjee's wife or somebody, she always argued, and she did not take darshan of Krishna. And she just did not show the face and came down. She said, Radhesham Prabhu, I like everything in your temple, but not Krishna who killed these many people. Prabhuji immediately called one boy, said, can you bring that Bhagavatam and open the shloka 3 to 20? I want to show her. And he showed this shloka and he told, see, these people died, but while taking the darshan of the Lord, what happened? They get that loka. Even other people did not get that bhagya who saved. In an operation successful patient died. All Pandavas, other people saved in that war. But they did not get that bhagya by seeing Krishna and dying. Dhritarashtra did not get that bhagya. His things are very differently orchestrated for Gandhari, Dhritarashtra, though they get higher destination. But see the destination, dying in front of the God. So that is, and see again, she said, to that political leader, Jed security in Pune temple. She said, stop. I want to go and take darshan of the Lord. And many devotees, Mataji is told, she has tears in her eyes throughout her life. When she was in college, when she understood that Lord killed many people, throughout the life she was avoiding to take darshan of the Lord. And her, it was revelation actually, transformation, paradigm shift in her life, just by seeing the darshan of Krishna, after this. So it is said that everything we have to do in our life, by understanding the meaning while chanting also. Yesterday, I circulated one small short clip of Gaurang Darshan Prabhu talking about techniques of chanting from one shloka. Such a beautiful, such a beautiful. So he said, with artha, artha means we should know the shloka's meaning and chant it and then see the effect. We should have some patience. So all this technique, he connected to some shloka. I don't know from where it is actually. Wonderful. From Vaishnava, just 2 minutes video, actually. So when we come for Shri Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh Bhagavan ki jai, Parit Pavan Gaurav ki jai. So when we come Govindam Adi Purusham in front of Lord, we should think in our mind that all the Vrindavan gather to see Radha Gopijana Vallabha, because Gopijana Vallabha is going with 9 lakhs of cows out in Farmington Hill, with his cows, and now all Vrindavan gathered in the court yard of Yashoda Mai to see that Krishna. The Krishna's dhoti is like resembling the cloud, lightning in the cloud, which is yellow in color. And his entire, Krishna resembles the cloud because the lightning resembles the dhoti's color of Krishna, which is very yellow and very shining yellow. It is not like yellow, yellow in this world. People in this world say yellow, dirty fellow, right? It is not like that yellow. Krishna's dhoti, when we say yellow, it is like effulgent yellow color. And that lightning, it is like a lightning in the cloud, and entire cloud is a monsoon cloud, which is Shama Sundar Krishna having the peacock feather, and that darshan we get early in the morning 7:45, and we should be there in that mood. Entire Vrindavana is gathered, to see that Krishna, which is, we will be in the separation throughout life. We are doing worldly duty throughout the day. So let us take darshan of that Krishna. In our home also, we can develop that attitude. Otherwise, every day Govindam Adi Purusham, and it is a ritual. Like every accident become ritual. You know. And one day, Kadam Kanan Maharaj, he came to Chaupati temple, and I was just standing beside him, and he gave Bhagavatam class after that, and he said, uh, Govindam Adi Purusham, what is there for breakfast today? He said, he started a Bhagavatam class like that. If that is our attitude, with this Yamuna Mataji's very such a nice song, nobody will change in the life, if that is our attitude, he said. So everything should be done in the meaningful manner, and whatever simple time we execute in Krishna consciousness, it give a large result. Other than there are trees around, they are just inhaling and exhaling for millions of years, but what is the the value of that life actually? So we should live like that small moment in the remembrance of Krishna, like Khatavanga Maharaj, who just spent 48 muhurta, 48 minutes, that is single muhurta, one muhurta, and perfected his life. And Parikshit Maharaj, the 7 days, and that was the glory of this devotee. So this is what our discussion is like, how different people says different thing about dualities and suffering of this world, but we should understand everything happen and nothing happen without sanction of Lord Adokshaja. So that was our discussion. If anybody has anything to say, please. Anything to add? Bhavadachar Prabhu? No, I said we should, this is open forum. Don't go to that point which I discussed earlier. We should add actually. Yes, Prabhu.
Nice class.
Yes, Prabhu, you have to add something.
No, nice class. That's the one line I wanted.
Any
No, very nice class. Thank you.
Krishna Kumar Prabhu, you want to add something?
That shloka that you just said, what Gautama Krishna Prabhu, it is from Hari Bhakti Vilas 70.9. Mana samharanam saucham maunam mantrata chintanam avyagratam anirvedo japa sampatti hetavaha.
Yeah. We have mobile. It is just 1 minute. I will just play here. Yesterday I said in Vaishnav group, my WhatsApp is not working. So let us hear from him only so that, more authority. He is there in the state actually. So we are all, oh, sorry, where is your? So we will just conclude with this by Gaurang Darshan Prabhu's. I thought you have Vaishnav Sangha for entire universe. So for Farmington, which is I think Bhagavatajara Prabhu has. Yeah.
Chanting.
Okay. So we are hearing one clip from Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. I am just sharing with audio so that you will hear nicely. Listen carefully, all of you. This is very nice for our chanting.
Your chanting. Manaha samharanam saucham maunam mantrartha chintanam avyagratvam anirvedo japa sampatti hetavah. First key, manaha samharanam. Wherever the mind wanders, bring it back. Second key, saucham. Be clean internally and externally. Just keep the mind and body clean and chant. Third, maunam. Don't speak unnecessarily. Just use your words only to speak good and positive and spiritual things. Fourth,
What is fourth?
Mantrartha Chintanam. When you're chanting the names of the Lord, remember the meaning of the mantra. Fifth, Avyagratvam. Don't be in a haste. Chant with patience. Sixth, Anirveda. Nirveda means despondency, disappointment. Anirveda means don't be disappointed even if you are unable to chant properly or even if you're not getting the results of chanting. With patience, you'll be able to attain good qualities of our name. There are 6 golden keys to improve your chanting.
Okay, thank you so much for your patience hearing. If I say something wrong, please forgive me because 11th hour and I'm not realized so like all of you. I'm just, whatever I read, I just repeated it. Thank you so much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. और भक्तवृंद की जय.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And
For all community. Saying and for all.
Oh. What is that? Oscillation. Ah, yeah. It is 3:20:23. Three two 23. 23. Oh, sorry. Not 3:23. 3:7:14.